Morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming down here to Gasoline Alley. I think it's a little early, but thank you. But for Monday morning, and it's a victory Monday morning. I think we're all a little jazzed up to be here. So, thank you guys once again, and let's get right into the questions. I'm ready for it. Yeah, Tony. My thoughts, man. I'll tell you this. Last convention was embarrassing. Um, giving up 69 points, sitting there in the room with a lot of the Sasquatches in here, and that's another first down and all this stuff, right? It was embarrassing. It really was. I didn't really tell anybody. I mean, it probably was just written on my face, but um, it was embarrassing. And so when the schedule came out and we saw that we had Minnesota at the convention again, I was like, not again. Not again. So I told Mike, I said, we can't mess this up. We can't. We've worked really hard the past few weeks, really the past month, um, on Minnesota, and because we had a feeling that Minnesota would probably be the convention game, and um, and that's a tough team. I mean, give kudos to BJ Loveless and Axel Raven. I mean, they've assembled a fantastic ball club. I mean, you got seven pass catchers over $1 million. I mean, what do you do? And you still got Colin Hart in the backfield. So this team's legit. But so is ours. And we showed the league that we're going to be a good team. They had Minnesota in the top three, I believe, in their power rankings this past weekend by Jack's data, and it's deservingly so. They're really good. But we came out and showed what we can do. And it all started at the quarterback position, I believe, with Johnny Pickler. 236-yard passing, three TDs and a pick. I mean, he was fantastic. He was phenomenal. He made that mistake kind of late in the game, but it is what it is. Um, and but he really just stepped up when he needed to. Right, the offense kind of struggled a little bit going in the first half, but uh, you know, in the second half, we made some great adjustments and late in the fourth quarter, and then even in that overtime drive. I mean, you saw why we brought in Johnny Pickler. That is the reason we brought in Johnny Pickler because he just knows how to win. That's all the guy does. And so kudos to him for his game. This is his first game as a Rambler. We had the running game, Tino Sosa and Charlie Baker, newcomer in there as well, combined for 146 yards rushing, along with some other guys that got some runs in there too. Joel Harmon, Rob Noel. It was a collective effort, but those two guys really led the charge, and kudos to them, as well for their gameplay. The wide receiver core really played fantastic, right? Like I said, the offense kind of struggled a little bit, but Rob Hunt had a fantastic game. Ryan Roosevelt just did what Ryan Roosevelt does. Um, and Xavier Knight and the special teams, like really, I mean, Xavier Knight was really close to breaking one off. I feel like he's going to do that once or twice this season. So kudos to him. But the offensive line played fantastic. The offensive line did everything they could, and they played tremendous. That was one of the big pieces we wanted to work on in the offseason, and we were able to bring in guys like Jamarcus Candy and, Johnny Van Man and Anthony Anderson, and just a tremendous group of guys. And they really opened up the holes and protected Johnny all night long. I mean, Max Knight got 3 sacks, but, Max Knight always gets 3 sacks, I feel like. So kudos to him. But this defense, man, this defense plays so good. I have always talked about with other people that, like, this front seven is going to be sneaky good, right? This front seven is going to be sneaky good, and you saw it. Cernan Yates the fourth coming over from Baltimore, who we'll probably talk about later on. Um, comes in with 2 sacks in his first game as a Rambler. Really set the tone for the defense, right? This front seven just played fantastic. Adam Wiseman, I'm just putting it on the record right now, best middle linebacker in the SFL right now. Nobody's going to argue that. Uh, 8 tackles, five of those for loss yesterday. I mean, he's a tackle for loss machine. Just sniffs that out. And the secondary played well. I mean, Yo, Deezer Powell got over 200 yards. Yes, I mean, like I said, you can't guard them all. They really had a great game plan coming in utilizing Deezer Powell, but um, Yo and Minifield played fantastic. I think Manning's got to get a little bit of work more in as a corner, but overall they played really well. They played really well. Um, and one of the big things that we wanted to focus on as an offense too was our third downs, right? We worked exclusively on third down conversions for quite some time. And we were able to go 12 of 19, over 60% for third down conversions. So I was really proud of what the offense was able to do in that game. Yeah, I mean, I was able to watch a lot of the convention games too. It was a really good weekend. It was unfortunate I wasn't able to be down in Houston with everybody, but um, I had some things I had to take care of here. But overall, I mean, it was a great weekend. I really think I'll tell you what, I mean, the game that I was really impressed with was Carolina Vancouver. Carolina, a lot of people talked about how, you know, Mike McBride going over to Vancouver would be kind of a thing, and that was really the quote unquote offense of Carolina, and they weren't really going to be that feared. But Raleigh Quintero moving over to running back was legit. I mean, and that's a good team. I mean, Vancouver's been in the playoffs like what 8, 9 seasons in a row, 10 seasons in a row, um, and they're good. And so that was a fantastic game to watch. Nashville, who's an expansion team, coming out and beating DC, like and on the road of all places. Like that's those were two really good games this weekend. That really stood out to me. So it was a great start to the season 23. Yeah, man. Baltimore, I'll tell you, it's going to be interesting. Baltimore's a good team. They're obviously they're 5-time champions, right? And um, they played really good football. They have some great players over there. Some of those players, obviously, as you guys know, I brought over from my time there in Baltimore. But um, they got a good squad and they're well coached. And so, we got to just go in there and worry about us, right? We got to focus on what we could do best. We'll break down some film, and I've already broken down some film late last night, and um, so I will start working. The coaching staff and I will start working on that and going from there. But the guys, they know, right? They're in there working hard every day, and we'll put a game plan together, and it's going to be a good game in Baltimore. And this first opening sequence here of this schedule is what I felt like was going to determine a lot of things this season, right? If we were able to start off 2-0, I mean, then we put the league on notice, right? Because we beat not only Minnesota, but we would have also beaten Baltimore. So, um, we got our work cut out for us. They got a good running back combo back there as well. GP Wells is a new addition for them. So, let's see how that plays out. They lost Sir Yates to us, so that defense I feel like is a little vulnerable in the middle, but we'll see. We'll see how that all plays out, and really looking forward to this weekend, going back to Baltimore and be able to play there. That's always a beautiful stadium to go to. So we're looking forward to the game this weekend. All right, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate it.